Well, Halloween is over and fall is still here, but I'm in the Christmas season and I'm in the fall cooking season too. It's kind of like a blend, you know what I mean? In fact, somebody else asked me the other day, she's like, oh no, do you not celebrate Thanksgiving? And I'm like, why does it mean I don't celebrate Thanksgiving if I just want to put my decorations up already? And I think of like the reason I do that is it's more nostalgic. It's more like memories. It brings up like traditions you had when you were a little kid or your family. And with this being like the first Christmas gone without my mom because she passed in January, she loved Thanksgiving and Christmas. Like she was the one hosting the Thanksgiving with 50 people deep. I mean, the house smelled of the turkey and the stuffing and the noises of our family and the chattering and the laughing. And part of her hosting Thanksgiving, she loved Christmas so much too and had siblings and relatives that would visit that weren't here for Christmas, so she always had the decorations up. So I've started to work on mine. I'll show you a little bit of that. And it makes me feel closer to her. And I want that for myself. I want that for my boys. And I think what I love the most about the holidays is when you see people's home and you see what they cook and all of their like activities and festivities, you get a glimpse into their life, into the way that they grew up, into like what traditions are important to them. And I just think that's the coolest thing. So I'll show you over the course of the next few episodes what's going on in my house for Christmas and Thanksgiving activities and festivities, and I'll also be sharing some favorite recipes for the fall and moving into the winter. So today I am doing my version of a chicken chili. I'm making this up, so you're gonna see me live tasting it out. But I think I saw it on TikTok maybe, and then I saw somebody else on Instagram put one up, and I'm just gonna do my version of it without corn because I feel like all chicken chilies have corn in them, but that is one food that bloats me like crazy, so I'm gonna take that out and make my own version. So on today's episode, we're gonna talk chicken chili, and I'll share the macros and the protein on that, and I'll show you a little bit of what's going on as far as decorations. It's very minor right now. I'm just in the preliminary stages of decorating. Okay, so I just did some dump into the slow cooker. Full honesty, I haven't used a slow cooker in a really long time. I did make Italian beef for Halloween, but I use the Instant Pot all the time. But I get asked all the time, hey, what are your go-to slow cooker recipes? I think it's just easier, especially if you're a mom or you have a family or you leave the house for work, whatever it is, you're on the go. So here I am with a slow cooker. So in the slow cooker, I put 1 tablespoon of olive oil. I added chopped onion, raw chicken breast, white northern beans, and 2 cans of diced chilies. Now, if you don't want that many diced chilies, just use 1. That works. And then I had some leftover green bell pepper and roasted red bell pepper. I'm just adding that in for a little bit of fun. So put that in there, and then 1 small container, 15 ounces of Greek yogurt. So that's all in there. Now it's time to season it up. I'm making up the seasonings, okay? I'm using based a recipe I saw, and I'm tweaking it, so I don't have the measurement sizes, but it's gonna be pretty liberal to give it a good chili taste. And so I'm gonna start with ground cumin. Let me see if I can get you a little boop. Cool. If you can find the everything but elote, E-L-O-T-E, the Mexican spice seasoning, that's what I would use, but I couldn't find it. So I found one at our grocery store, everything but the bagel seasoning, smoky jalapeno edition. So I'm gonna use that. Cool, and then salt, pepper, and some other spices. So let me go ahead and season that up, but that's all I'm putting in there. Again, you can add corn or any other vegetables you want, but I think this is what the boys will like too. I also have fresh jalapeno, cilantro, and Greek yogurt to go on top, and a little bit of shredded cheese. I would have put the fresh jalapeno in there, but I don't know if the boys will eat it then. So I'm being cautious, and then I'm gonna mix it up. I'm gonna put it in the slow cooker for 4 hours on low, and then we'll see how it goes. So let me go ahead and season that up. All right, I'm flipping it this way so you can see what I'm up to. So the recipe called for garlic cloves. I do not like handling raw garlic. Maybe I'm crazy. So I'm going to use some garlic powder. So like I said, I'm going liberal. So I'm going to be making sure that I pretty much get a good coating of every spice on the top of this chili. It's my first time doing it, so I'm going to see how it works out. All right, now up next is oregano. All right, again, I'm going heavy-handed. So I'm going to get a good sprinkle and color. So see right there with the Greek yogurt. You can see I'm getting a good amount on there. So there's your oregano. Moving on to red chili flakes. Again, if you're worried about the spice, just go conservative. I think that should be good. I'm trying to teach the boys they can have spice. Okay, now remember, if you can find the everything but elote, do that one. I'm using this jalapeno one. So again, don't know how spicy this is. This is the first time using it. So I'm gonna put that in. Looks good. And then pepper and salt. So I'll do a sprinkle of pepper since I have a feeling both of those are gonna have pepper in it. And then salt. Chicken needs salt. If you want to know how to keep it tenderized, how to give it good flavor, make sure you are salting pretty liberally. I probably would have salted my chicken first had I thought about it, but you know, whatever. So that's probably about a teaspoon or so of salt. And then I went low sodium on the chicken broth, so then hopefully it won't be too salty. So I'm gonna put it over here in my slow cooker. Check this out. The one that I have, you can change the sides of it. So see, that's a football one. On the other side, it's Christmas. So I'm gonna pop it in, set the timer for low, 4 hours, and then shred the chicken and see how it goes. Okay, so here we go. Looks like chili, kind of looks like mush. Putting the lid on. All right, going over here, we're gonna select low, and I'll set a timer for 4 hours. Alrighty, now let me share the macros on it. So I'm not sure how many servings it's gonna make. I am gonna weigh it in its entirety when it's done, and then I'll divide by however many servings I think that I'll want out of it. I'm setting it in MyFitnessPal as of right now as 6 servings. And with 6 servings, that will make 1 bowl of chili when I measure it out, 313 calories, 6.8 fat, 17.7 carbs, and 43.6 on the protein. So I think that's a winner. I might switch it to 8 and just see what that looks like, but I'll let you know when it's all done. But that's based off the measurements and the ingredients that I used. Okay? I'm gonna let it rip for 4 hours, and then I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. So I didn't get as much Christmas decorating done as I thought I would, but I do have Michael Bublé on YouTube listening to the holiday album. What's your go-to Christmas album? Mine might be tied for Straight No Chaser, Pentatonics, Andy Williams, Michael Bublé. Okay, I actually really love Christmas music, but I still have that on. I got a few of my ornaments on my food tree. Okay, so I have a kitchen tree, which is a white tree. So it's got like little donut ornaments and KitchenAid, stuff like that. Gotta finish it. But what I was really busy with is I'm gonna host a free training for, it's next Thursday, November 11th at 12:30 p.m. I'll put the link in the comments if you wanna jump on. But I'm gonna do my best tips and tricks and strategies to go through the holiday season, not have the fear of missing out, because a lot of us have FOMO, how to build a plan that makes sense with your health and nutrition. So I was like really getting into it, and I lost track of time, and now it's time to pick the boys up. And it's actually cold in Texas, so I gotta wear a little headband. Long story short, I'll show you more Christmas later. Right now, I'm gonna show you the finished product of the chicken chili, and I had a taste, and hey, my my spices was spot on. It has great flavor. I did let it go for 4 hours, and the chicken shred nicely. I took it out of the crock pot, shredded it up, added it back in. I'm gonna let it go a little longer though, because the onions aren't as done as I'd like them to be. Not a fan of any raw onions, so I need them to cook a little bit longer, but let me show you what that looks like, and then I'll show you the finished product when I eat it. But yeah, hey, if you're looking for some tips and tricks for the holidays, and you wanna know how to stay on track and not start over in January, click that link in the comments. Join the call. All right, let me show you. Okay, I really wish that you could smell it. It smells really, really, really good. But see how nice that chicken shredded? I did end up adding a little more chicken stock here at the end, the rest of the can that I had. So I added 1 cup earlier. I probably added another half a cup when it finished up. Let me show you this. So I want to show you how high protein this is because of all of that chicken. Look at that. And you see that little red pop from the roasted red pepper, your diced chilies. Looks pretty good. So there we go. I'll show you finished product when I eat it. Okay, wanted to show you that when it came out, I put my dish on the scale, canceled it out to 0, then I weighed the whole batch of the chicken chili to get to that amount. So I'll divide that amount of grams by 6 since I made 6 servings, and then I'll know what 1 serving is gonna be by weight. Okay, the boys are finishing up an episode of Blippi, and I'm all showered up, ready to chill for the night, and the soup is done. And that's a pretty big bowl for 300 calories and a lot of protein. So just because I haven't been eating Greek yogurt as much, I put a little bit in this. If I was, I'd be topping it with a little Greek yogurt or sour cream, but I did some pickled jalapenos, some fresh cilantro, and a little bit of mozzarella cheese. But I already tried a bite of it. My seasoning was spot on. It is really, really tasty. And just look at how nice and shredded that chicken is. And you can see those pops from the roasted red pepper in there and the white beans. And so, I mean, it looks pretty good. Here's a nice little bite like that. There we go. So I'd say go give it a try. It was a meal in minutes. The boys and I are just getting home from daycare, so I'm gonna do a wrap on this video. Well, I hope you like this chicken chili recipe. I'll put the instructions in the comments below. Let me know if you make it, what'd you think? What would you do different? What other kind of cozy recipes do you want to see? And then hey, stay tuned because you're gonna see a lot more Christmas or wintry type recipes coming your way. All right, chat with you soon. I can hear my name being called. Gotta go.